much in the way of cyber warfare in Putin's war on Ukraine, at least not on the homeland, at least at this point. That could be changing.
Yeah, it could be. According to the magazine Foreign Policy, Russian President Vladimir Putin is preparing to target U.S. energy and financial institutions as retaliation for heavy sanctions against the Kremlin.
Joining us now to discuss, founder and CEO of Reach Out Technology and cyber attack expert Rick Jordan. Rick, what's your take on this right now as far as cyber, the threat to us? Where do we stand?
Yeah, the threat, I don't think we've really ever seen what nation states like Russia or even China, for that matter, actually have the capabilities of yet. We just haven't seen that type of magnitude of that new type of warfare. We've seen ground warfare, of course, is always a threat of nuclear war, but this is a new front. We've never really seen what they can do, and that's something I think we have to be scared about, too, right now.
What about specifically, and we had mentioned this earlier in teasing your segment, Kaspersky Labs, I think I'm saying that right. It's an issue that the Biden administration's had, but they're apparently split on it. Some want to sanction them. Others say that those sanctions could, in fact, increase the risk of an attack.
Yeah, there's an interesting tug of war there I can see from a strategy perspective, because Kaspersky has been around for years, decades I'm talking, and has been used in the U.S. I know the founder, Eugene Kaspersky, pushed heavily into the U.S. market, especially into government dealings a long time ago. My segment, Small Medium Enterprise, has used Kaspersky as like the cheap alternative for protection. It's not something that
I think we've also had some products, and that's the thing about it. There's a lot of people have it on their computers, may have had it for many years, supplied a lot of information on it, and where's that going, Rick? I mean, is that the kind of thing we should worry about?
I think so. It's been one of the lowest price solutions that's ever existed, and it's also been one of the least effective from a protection standpoint. There's really only two out there, Sentinel-1 and Carbon Black, that actually protect 100% right now in all the third-party testings. I mean, Kaspersky has sat in the 60s, the 70s over the years. Who wants to be 65% protected? That doesn't work.
No, not at all. So is there something the average American should be doing about this?
Yeah, for this one, get Kaspersky off, because it obviously is Russian-owned. And even though they say they're a private company, they've never had ties to the government. In my sector, we hear that all the time, man. You know, the hackers are advanced persistent threats that say they have no ties to the Russian government, to Kremlin, but they're always funded by them. So there's no way for us to really know. The best thing for the American public is just wipe this thing. Choose a different solution.
Yeah. But can you really, truly wipe it? That's what I was immediately concerned about. I was like, well, if I wipe it, is it still already had access to my computer? Is it still there somehow?
It could be, yeah, if you're really concerned about it. The installer tools for like a Norton or something like that, or WebRoot that you can buy at a Best Buy, can actually go in and wipe that out for you. They'll go in when they take over, so to speak, the safe ones, and say, we're going to kick the bad guys out.
Yeah.
And, and take out all the documents you ever had.
Wait.
Yes. All right, Rick, thank you very much for joining us.
You bet. Thank you.
Well, now we're going to go back to the energy crisis that we actually began our show